All right, guys, a lot of people are talking about whether Bitcoin can go to all-time highs from here or not, and today we're going to talk about why it can't happen unless we see one thing. So we're going to talk about, there's a bunch of things happening because finally, the government shutdown ended and the Trump signed yesterday the bill, so everything should be fine. At the same time, Bitcoin is at 15 on the Fear and Greed Index, and I took a bet with Ren. So all of that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I believe is going to happen and when what Bitcoin has to do before it goes back to all-time high, and what are the steps to look for. If that sounds good, smash the like. Very important, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and check the rest in the description. If you're here, let me know in the chat because we have that brought up as well. And if the chat is rolling, I think it's time for me to start. So, cheers, Fefe. Ivan, I see you. What's happening? What's happening? Give safe travels, Fefe. Forget Rand's thesis. Okay, thank you. All right, let's go. So, talking about Rand's thesis. So we had a lot of back and forth with Ren, right? Obviously very healthy, very friendly, but we've had a lot of back and forth. And so we got to a point where we were like, our team was like, okay, you know what? We got to put up a bet here. It's not just a bet on the bet and whatever you do, whatever. We're going to put it up on a prediction side. And this is what we did. So we have this bet actually running that says Ren predicts all-time high before, and I'm actually show it to you here. They are partners here on the channel. You can put up any bet here. And it says, whose prediction about Bitcoin next major price move will be correct? And then we go, what does it actually say here? This market will determine which scenario occurs first, Bitcoin new all-time high or a drop below 98,000. To resolve, we'll verify the outcome based on publicly available Bitcoin market data. So if you look here, Ren predicts all-time high before Bitcoin drops below 98,000 at 38% chance, and then Fefe predicts Bitcoin drops below 98,000 before all-time high, 61% chance. Now, very important. When they put this up, I actually wanted to post it in the community, but then I was all the way with the family. But I said this was a no-brainer because it was down at like 30% chance for me. But the probability, in my opinion, is there. Also, if you want to check out Rain, there's a link in the description. Go and check them out, and you will be able to see this, and you can take a bet with us if you want. Of course, nothing is financial advice, but this is here. It's still pretty decent. Like, you can still make like a 70% if it comes true. And of course, if Ren wins and you bet on that, then obviously it's like a 2x on your money. But there's a certain things and certain levels we need to look out for, and we need to analyze and understand what has to happen before we can see Bitcoin all-time high. One of the very important things is what people don't consider or underestimate or whatever, that there is something called a price action. And if you've been following my content and you've been coming here and you subscribed and whatever, which obviously you are, you know that these price action needs to respect the market structure, needs to be respected, and that's the only way we can reverse. So a lot of people call for all-time highs now and say, oh my God, we're gonna go to all-time highs. I think they have no clue what they're talking about for a couple of reasons. One, you can be all bullish as you want, but if the market structure is bearish, it's like running towards a wall with 120 kilometers an hour and screaming that the brake's gonna work, but the brake, there's a mechanic trying to put together the brake, and you just pushing the pedal and be like, the brakes are definitely gonna work, bro. Like, I know, they're gonna work. And the mechanic is like sweating down there trying to put together the brakes. That's kind of the scenario what you're in. Until the mechanic says, okay, bro, like I see that I only need to do 1 or 2 more ticks, but it seems like it's gonna work. You have no idea if it's gonna work or not, and it's just a ludicrous bet, or it's just a ludicrous thinking. So what I'm saying is the following: unless this is the market structure of Bitcoin, very clear highs and lows. You can even look at the internal structural highs and lows, highs, lows, highs and lows, until you see something that I always call a market structure shift. A shift in the trend, right? A shift in the trend, a higher high. You cannot even start talking about all-time highs. It's just simple. You just can't. You should not start talking about all-time highs before seeing a lower time frame confirmation. Before the mechanic says, oh, bro, like we only need 1 more tick and it's gonna work. So what that brings us to is that you have to go down, and I think it's yesterday's show, the day before yesterday, when I actually walked through all this. But if you go down in the lower time frame, the number one level that you need to look out for in Bitcoin is at $111,236. Because that's the first level, that's the first major resistance on the 4-hour chart. Even, and I'm just saying this is the level where the mechanic says, bro, I think we're gonna be fine. It's not just when he's sweating and you see just, you know, he's throwing the F-bombs all around the place. It's the first time when the mechanic says, bro, it might work. Like, it seems like that we have something, it might work, okay? But the problem is, if you look at the daily structure, this here is this here is a daily structure as well. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, if we see a reversal here, that should work. Yeah. So this is where the mechanic says, oh, it should work. You do have 3 consecutive candles here, 1, 2, 3. That means if we close above here on the daily chart at $111,236, that is a very strong confirmation from the mechanic that the car is going to stop before the wall and we are potentially going to hit all-time highs. Here's where the interesting part comes. If you look at this, and if you pull the Fibonacci, right, and you pull it on the daily chart, you need to see a 50% retrace. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. I bring you content here. I bring you content on my other channel called the 100X Club. You can subscribe to both. There's a link in the description. I'm also going to talk about Rumble in a second. But I always tell you that markets retrace 50%. That's just how it is. That's always how it is, okay? So if you look here, 50%. If you look here, 50%. It's always 50%, at least. But that's the opposite direction as well. So if you look here and you're waiting for a 50% retrace, that would put Bitcoin at around $107,659, right? About 108,000. I see people talking about the 108,000 level and they're like, you know, bulls need to reclaim 108. 108,000 is nothing. It's literally just a bearish order block up here. But it is the 50% level. So if you look there on a 4-hour and you consider the fact that we need to come back to the 50% level here, and we can still reject from there coming into this 4-hour supply zone, that looks extremely bad. Extremely bad. Not to mention that the 4-hour structure is broken on Bitcoin. Crickets. It is. So, that said, the best case scenario, in my opinion, the best case scenario for the next maybe 2 weeks is this. This is the best case scenario, in my honest opinion. Now, of course, is it the most probable? I think so. Do I predict the future? No. Can we break above the 11,236? Sure. Do I think we're gonna go? No. So, but you have to take it level by level. I think the best case scenario is that we wick through here and we make a market structure shift and then we reverse from there. The worst case scenario is that we don't do any of that shit and we just nuke from here. Like that's the worst case scenario, that we just simply go down from here. Either way, I see a lot of these posts, and I maybe even in the chat. Let me just read some of the chat here. Fefe got a chart. Thanks. Always bet against Ren. Opinion. No, so we took 3 bets with Ren. 2 of them I won already, and 1 I think I'm gonna win soon. Was already just said own it. GM from Manchester. GM from Israel. Market has in sleep mode. Will wake up in January. Boring. Great alpha. GM. What is your fools on short level? We'll see. My dog Fefe is cost back. Yes, he is. Not financial advice. Is this financial advice? No, no. Okay, so I see so many of these. You know? So many of these posts, okay? Study price action. Last time we were this low. Bullish. Let me show you something, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 and everybody else. Let me just pull up this indicator here. It's called the Fear and Greed Index. So he's reasoning and saying, study price action, last time we were this low, bullish. What does he refer to? He refers to last time Fear and Greed Index, when it happened, was down here in March. Down here in March. Let's say not even March, but let's say, what is this? April. So from there, Bitcoin rallied and beautiful and whatnot, after retracing to a weekly, it'll be beautiful whatnot, right? So he's saying, you know, last time it happened in April, we had a massive rally, study price action. Now, I have something for you, study price action as well. Look at this. You know what was the, you know when we were really in extreme flip for a long time? Here, brother. And let me show you multiple things here. For example, here, December 2021. You know what that was? Pico top, brother. Pico top. Fear and greed. Here, extreme fear. Bitcoin drops another 30%. Here as well, look at this. Bitcoin drops another 20%. Let me show you more. Here, for example, fear. It's not, oh, it is extreme fear. Extreme fear. Bitcoin drops a lot. In this entire period here, this entire period here was an extreme fear. 40 days. This entire period. Guess what happened? The study price action after that. Bitcoin fell another 50%. You know, so saying this entire period here. This entire period here, brother. From August 22nd to January 2023. This entire period, 140 days, while Bitcoin went down 30%, is extreme fear. So sure, referencing this post, and nothing against this guy. I don't even know this guy. I don't know who he is. I'm just saying, study price action. Yes, definitely study price action, and don't be a brainless bull because you're gonna burn yourself completely. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later. Now, very important. So this is what I think. I do think that we are going to go a little bit higher. That would be like the best case scenario, that we actually don't nuke from here. The government will be opening today. I posted it. I have a free Telegram. It's literally free. It's just my thoughts in here. So just go and check this out. I actually shared that I'm taking this trade. The reason why I'm taking this trade is because I do have, I think the US will be a little bit bullish on the news that the market is opening. I'm a little bit down on this trade. I took it recently, so we'll see how that goes. I'll update you in the community. There's a link in the description, and Cuz is also going to pin it here into the chat. It's not showing yet. Cuz is looking at me like I did. It's already, it's not playing, bro. I don't see. Oh, it's there. Okay, it's right here. Okay, Cuz. Okay, you're not fired today. No CPI today either. Exactly my point. So that was supposed to be a CPI. I remembered it correctly in the morning. I was doing my daily update, and I was like, oh, there's CPI today, and I opened up the Forex Factory, and it was not there, and I'm like, what, son? But anyway, market looking good. Good. Okay, what's up, Charman there? Nice seeing you here. Okay, so I took this trade, but if you want to trade, I have something for you which is pretty amazing. One of them is they are partners. I have two massive partners that I want to talk about today. Important. So the way I actually do all these partnerships on the channel, and only partners that I take on, are the partners that can actually bring benefit to the users. Full stop. So one of them is 𝗙𝗏𝗏. First of all, I don't know if you remember, but if you've watched my content, I've been in Token 2049, and I actually participated in a live trading competition, and I've been trading on 𝗙𝗏𝗏. So since then, they became partners here on the channel. They are the main perp DEX on zk-Sync, which is amazing, an incredible layer 2 that solves issues that hasn't been solved before in a very, very smooth way. Makes Ethereum much, much faster, but with the same security. Anyway, these guys have their perp DEX, which is pretty amazing, and they have an airdrop for it. So something like Hyperliquid. Now, I got asked a lot, and the reason why I'm also talking about them now is because, you know, when the bear market comes, how do I make money? You trade, 1, and 2, you farm these airdrops. The only thing you gotta do is just put in $1,000, $500, $100, $50, whatever you can afford to do. Of course, nothing is financial advice. And just trade. Just trade on there and generate points. And these points can turn into some massive, massive, massive airdrops. People that are, I don't know them personally, but I know people who knew them personally, made from a 5,000 investment trading on Hyperliquid before the whole thing happened, made $3 million. Okay, so anyway, this costs you nothing. Just take the trades that you would take otherwise. Just put like $50 on here or whatever, and just trade on there. There's a link in the description. And the same way is 𝗙𝗏𝗏, which is CoinW's perpetual desk. CoinW is a major centralized exchange. They have massive, massive, massive funds, and they are launching their own token. And the way they do it, again, like imagine, I always talked about, I do think that centralized exchange token is going to be the biggest meta next year because these companies are going to go public. That's the last chance for them to do so. And so the reason why I'm also very bullish on 𝗙𝗏𝗏 is because not only that you can trade basically feeless because of their infrastructure, but also because you can earn points. And the points going to translate to tokens that CoinW, the major centralized exchange, is going to launch. It's insane. Like, if you're not doing this, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, there's a link in the description to both of these. I suggest, not financial advice, to go and at least read about them. Okay, so you will see both of them here. Go and do it, because I think it's a complete no-brainer. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about. If you know, you know, I have a channel called 𝗙𝗏𝗏 Club. I'm dropping daily updates. And then I got this freaking takedown from YouTube. We got a strike, and they took my channel away. Now, what happened is that today I got the email saying that, oh, we have carefully reviewed the video and confirmed it does not violate community guidelines. No shit! Really? Anyway, as a result, the video has been reinstated. Very cool. So, the reason why I'm saying this is because this made me realize that I love YouTube, but I'm gonna go to Rumble as well. So if you're on Rumble and if you wanna, you know, just support me or just wanna check out cool content, go down in the description here because it's also going to pin it. But you can follow me on Rumble as well. I'm gonna upload all my shows, and if something happens to YouTube and they strike us again and whatever, I'm just going to upload to Rumble as well. So it's right here. I uploaded today's update and yesterday's. I actually detail exactly what
I just
what
love
I'm gonna
that
do. Yeah, this is
that
the
you're
one
going
thing I don't
through,
like about
you know,
it.
I have kids
Like, you
too,
need to
and
have
when my son has been diagnosed with
on there and whatever.
The real reason you're
Okay,
stiff
anyway,
after sitting.
so you can watch it if you wait out there.
Is
That this here is basically a magnet. So up here, and also I'm not even. What did we make yesterday on this? Like they have so much ads, but what did we like $10 or something? There's even an ad now when I'm pausing the video. Okay, YouTube, please fix your shit. Like I like Rumble, but I mean this is wash your berries because your berries will. And is it a GIF? Top cardiologist bags. Quit eating blueberries before this happens. Oh my god, I don't dare to click the link there. Anyway.
Somebody's asking what is Rumble.
What is Rumble? So Rumble, on it, all jokes aside, like, other than the fact that you can get this, like, these incredible ads. It's like a platform for the right-wing freedom speaker, tinfoil hat people. So if you want that content, I don't even dare to tell you what we saw. Like the first thing that I brought up, I can't say what I saw the first time. So it's actually a cool platform, but I mean, Anyway, there is a link in the description if you want to check out today's update as well. It actually makes sense because it's pretty cool. But go ahead and check it out because it's going to pin it as well. But Rumble giving young mums in your area vibes. I don't know what that is. I'm a married man. Good, but I can't sign up with Rumble. I think you can. ETH prediction by December? Let me do some thumb sucking. I have no freaking idea, bro. How do I know that? Down. My bros rumbled. Definitely not for the leftists, no, bro. Like, my family would, if they knew I'm streaming on Rumble, I would not go home for Christmas, bro. Dude, my mother-in-law would be crazy about it. Just streaming on Rumble, she would not let me in the house. It's not even, like, she wouldn't even give me cat food. Okay, looking forward to the paid Discord group. Yeah, it's not gonna be Discord. Screw Discord. It's gonna be Telegram, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon. That's why I have the free one. Link in the description to that as well. You can see it here, and then you can join in for free for now. For you, 500 only now. Okay, let's go. So that's that. I've got some news which I think are pretty cool, and we have to talk about them. One of them is the government shutdown is ending, and apparently, the White House says that October's jobs and inflation data, meaning the CPI, may never be released. Caroline, the dear Caroline, yeah, I just tweeted this. I was like, it's fine. Everything is fine. I'm sure all-time highs are incoming. I love Caroline. I just love, cuz, do you love, guys, do you guys love Caroline? Like, I'm genuinely serious. This is Caroline Leavitt. She is the press secretary. I just like, she's a G, like a proper G. Lol, what? Sell the news event. YouTube's loss. Music too loud, sir. Is music too loud?
We don't have music now.
Okay. We don't have music now, bro. Okay, anyway. Someone's saying, nah, no. Rumble Caroline's junk. Nice show, my brother. Kid. Bruno, I haven't seen you for ages. Love Caroline. Caroline is such a G. Anyway, I really like her. She's such a G. I think, and I'm just making a prediction here, I genuinely think she has a shot at actually being president one day. She's very young and whatever, but she's so smart, so snappy, so like, I really think she's cool. Anyway, so if you look here, she says this.
The Democrats may have permanently damaged the federal statistical system with October CPI and jobs reports likely never being released. And all of that economic data released will be permanently impaired, leaving our policymakers at the Fed flying blind at a critical period.
A couple of things interesting here. One of them is she felt the urge to say, the Fed is flying blind. So I do believe, as you know, I do believe there is a crash coming. Like, there has to be a crash between now and March, April before JP gets replaced, because the people who will deploy the money are sitting on cash. They're not gonna top blast the S&P and the Nasdaq and Bitcoin and all that. It's not gonna happen. So we need to have a crash. Now they can say, look, we don't have the CPI data. They are setting up a stage. And I genuinely believe that. And it's not you know, that's politics. So they're setting up a stage. So when the crash comes, they can easily say, so a couple of things. One is, I do see a scenario where the Fed doesn't come in the next cut in December. That is a possibility. Not only they have talked about this in a previous Fed meeting, but also now they can say, bro, we don't have data. We need to wait out. We need to wait another 3-4 months. So it is absolutely possible that happens. And that would be catastrophic for the markets. Not to mention that most of your favorite altcoins that you're holding multi-cycle are down. Agents, the biggest innovation we've ever seen, 83%. Gaming, 75%. I'm actually surprised that gaming is only down 75%. AI and Deepen, 70%. Modular, 65%. Meme coins, 52% only. That's actually not bad. Risk appetite is still there. But I had obviously a statement saying that I do believe the bull market is over, and I do believe that most of the coins going to go down 60-70%. At the same time, there is this, which I said 2026 I believe is going to be very bullish. It's going to be a blow off top. It's going to be euphoric and whatnot, and then the dump comes. But I don't know if you've seen this. I've seen it multiple times already, and I just wanted to bring this here because it's quite relevant now. There is this chart. I don't even know how to call this. This chart here from 1875. And this chart predicted when you have to get out completely or when you have to get out or just sell the top, kind of, you know, accumulate later. And got it almost every time right. So 2026, 2019 before the COVID crash, right? Big get out. 2026 was local top. 27, big crash, 2008 kind of crash. The dot-com bubble, before the dot-com bubble, 1999, it predicted perfectly. And now it says that 2026 is the time to get out a little bit, and 2035 is the time to get out big. So 2026 can be the time, as I've been talking about, and I am going to sell in 2026. And I know that some of you, or a lot of you, are down bad, and I made this tweet, and I want you to take this in and listen to this. What?
2035 is the next one.
2035? Bro, yeah, but 2026 is pop. Then you have 3-4 years, and then you have another 7-year bull market. I mean,
I have a children by that time.
Cause it's going. You're gonna have kids by then, bro.
Yeah.
2035, huh? Okay, so kids can live through the bear market, no problem. So, if you look at this, listen to this, please. If you're down like 30-40% and whatever, and you're thinking what to do and how to do and why not and should you sell, and I'm down 40%, please listen to this. I did this interview with 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗡. He invited me on the channel, which I appreciate. Go and give him a follow and watch the interview. But this is a snippet from there. I remember in 2022 when I had $1.7 million. I lost probably like 600,000 in 2 weeks, and I didn't sell because I was down 40%, and I was like, it's 40%, like where lower it can go. Well, it can go much, much, much lower. So even though that this seems crazy and you be like, holy shit, Pengu is down 52%, I'm not gonna sell my bags because it's down 50%. Well, guess what? The possibility is there that Pengu is going down another 70% from here, or it's not just Pengu, but any of the coins that you're looking at here, is because that's how it works. So I believe that we need to have even more capitulation. And I just kind of hope that it happens after a retrace to the daily highs I explained. If that's the case, I think it would be foolish of anyone not selling. I remember in Yes. So just a reminder, you do you. Cause is actually 13 in the brain and about 72 in the body. Yeah, just remember all this. 2 more things that I wanted to mention that is actually quite interesting. So Michael Burry, the guy who shorted 2008, has been shorting AI stocks massively, and it looks like, and I don't know if this is true or not. It seems that it's true. Grok didn't pick it up, so it seems like it's true. No, but it says here, betting against AI stocks, Nvidia before shutting down and returning capital to investors. So he is shutting down his fund. He took the L on his shorts and he's taking the L and shutting down his fund, which is quite interesting. And also, 𝗙𝗏𝗧 are creating a Zcash treasury, Cyberpunk, aiming to accumulate up to 5% Zcash supply. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this, bro. I mean, all these treasury companies and whatnot is like crazy. We'll see. This is what I brought for you today. I did the update on Rumble. Go and check. Let me just open up Rumble here for a second. I just don't dare to even share the screen before I do this because
for life is far
let's
bigger than whether or not he's going to give you a job down at the Starbucks or whatever is going to happen. No, there's way bigger than that. I'm going to unleash that on you today if you're ready. Let me see those dancing bananas down there in the chat.
Oh, I don't know what kind of bananas those are, so I'm just gonna leave it out. After halving, portfolio is in half. Yes, bots please. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I talked about this on my update on Rumble, so nothing changed. Nothing changed. Do we keep? I'm keep adding to it because I do believe the pump is coming. I had no ads on Rumble. Was pretty clean using Brave. Oh, nice. December Fed rate hike. No, that would be crazy. I mean, if they would hike, they would look like idiots. Powell's not gonna do that. God, what's the probability for? Let me look at rain actually. Let me see. Let me just see if I can find a market here. Full market. Let's see. We have to maybe spend. Maybe let's search for FOMC. Oh, we have to put up an FOMC one. We have to put up an FOMC one. Okay, we'll have to do that. But I just wanted to check what the probabilities are for a hike. But I think it's like basically nothing. No probability for a hike. What are the 𝗙𝗔𝗃 bananas? We don't want to find out. Tom Lee predicted ETH will hit 9th by January. Imagine the smell. Oh my god. What is dancing bananas? I don't know. Your taste in music is terrible, Fefe. I mean, you're not here for the music, so it's good. Actually, you know what? Let me show you what I really like. Let me show you what I like. Let me play you some music. I think I can't play Spotify here, can I?
No.
Are we gonna get a strike?
Not a strike, but a copyright strike.
Copyright strike. I mean, does that limit our views or something? Okay. No, I can't play proper music. Ever looked at alpha prediction market is pretty dope. It's an algorithm. It's on what? It's like saying, hey, did you ever try this game? It's pretty cool. It's on Windows 98. Oh my god, my chair! Oh, who remembers the chair, cuz? Do you remember the chair? Hey, I like the music. Be careful, Fefe. No more strikes, please. Yes, but I won as well. Just gonna add. It will demonetize your video. Okay, that's fine. Okay, guys. I think that's it. Please, do yourself a favor. Join in the community. It's in the description. So you're able to see it here. And cuz is also going to pin it. But join in here because I'm going to update you whenever things happen. I am traveling, so I don't know if tomorrow we're gonna get an update. If we will, it's gonna be dropped on the 100S Club, as always, because now we're back on the channel. Somebody's saying trade for today. Trade for today is the Zcash trade. I share the trade here in the community. So if you want to see the trade, just get into the community and you will be able to see it. And that's it. We have a 100S Club today. No, I have it on Rumble. It's in the description. You will be able to see it. What's your bear market targets, Fefe? I have no idea. 70% down from the top on major coins. Bitcoin probably 85.80. I don't think we go lower than that before we do all-time high. Guys, truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the one and only 100S Club video. And this is going to be the subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good weekend. If you don't come tomorrow to the 100 Club, you are smart. See you.